Good morning. My name is David, CMO and co-founder of Joluud, and today I'll be taking you through exactly how our application works. First of all, you go to your browser and type a URL app.joluud.com. Takes you straight to our page. Here you have where you can enter your full name, your official email address, you choose a password, and most importantly, you enter your company name. And for the purposes of this demo, we've been able to include a company name which we named as YC Demo. So we click on continue, and then now we'll enter our email address, then a password, and we are logged in. Once you go into your portal, first thing you see is your request. But before you can start working on any request, you first of all need to add your facilities. So you go to facilities, you say new facility. So let's say the general room, first building. It's in California. Uh, Neighborhood, city, California. Here is number 15, Greensburg. Country is USA. We add a facility. You can add more than one facility. Let's say if you have another building, let's say it's the second building. Maybe it's on the other side. Let's say number 16, Greenberg, California. The neighborhood is California, then USA. Yeah, other facilities. Now you have two facilities added. You can actually add your technicians who are actually working on your jobs in which we call a service provider. So let's say, for example, Lookman is a service provider. Lookman at services. Phone number is, and now he would be our cleaning guy, and he's an in-house contractor. Address is stays at 23 Lakeview, California. All imaginary addresses, so we add a service provider. Can actually add more than one depending on their categories. We'll be able to add them. So now we've added our technicians, we've added our facilities. We can now go now to add our team members because we can be working in collaboration. In this place, you can input new team members. So let's say, for example, I add Joshua, and then I get his email address as Joshua at ycdemo.com. I can choose to make him an administration. Making him an administration gives him access to the admin portal, but let's not make him an administrator. Let him be a member for now. Can add multiple members. But now, this is the most important part of Joluud because currently what we are doing is aggregating of the request to enable an effective and efficient workflow. Joluud gives you a portal whereby you could actually select what kind of business that you do. So let's say it's an office space, you charge in dollars, you can update your profile. But now this portal is what Joluud actually gives you to be able to share with your tenants or whatsoever, whoever person you're actually interacting with and they are sending maintenance complaints. The aim for this is, for example, any complaints coming from anywhere, they shouldn't call you so that that data would be lost. This actually helps save and aggregate every data from every point and bringing it to one centralized location. I'll give you an example of how it works. I'll click open this portal in a new tab right now, and there you have it. So say for example you have an incident, say faulty table. To describe it, one leg of the table got broken. And now you have to select the facility in which it happened. Is it the first building or the second building? Let's say the first building. Then maybe it was in the boardroom. Happened in the boardroom. You can now put your email address. So let's say my email is kc@ycdemo.com, and then I can put a phone number +2222. Okay, now I submit my request, and my request has been added. But now I could actually check the status of my request to see exactly are they actually attending to my request or not. So I can say once I can input my email address, I'll be able to see every request I've sent to know exactly what has been happening to that request. Coming back on the dashboard, because the request has already gone out, the facility manager receives a notification in his email address. Because we have a test email address, I would not be able to show you the new notification that just came in. But for the purposes of this tutorial, I just want to show you a sample request of what it looks like when it comes into the email address. So now if you look Joluud team, you could see now that you have a new request on this the request was broken. It was submitted on this date, and it was submitted from this facility. To see the request, you click here and it takes you straight to the board. But because this is a request for another work and not for the current one and purposes of this demo, I would not click here. So I'll just go back to this place. I'll actually go and refresh my tab, and then it comes up immediately. Then I can pick on the request. Now I've not assigned a due date, I've not assigned any technician to it, but I know that it is at the boardroom, I know that it is at the first building. So what do? I immediately send someone who actually goes to check out this request and how severe it is. Then it comes back to report to me. Then I can now update the request to actually say, okay, that it was a damage. The priority is really high because students or the requesters would really need to be doing some studying, but the table is not allowing them. And now I would ask the person if he's able to fix it. Yes, it's in progress. So fortunately, I only have Lukman as my technician, so I assigned him the task. And after asking him when he's supposed to be done with it, he told me it's next week. So I'll just put it for Monday. So second, so it will be due on Monday. Then I would update this request. Updating the request sends a message to the technician telling him what room number he's supposed to go and work and sends a message also to the requester telling him exactly who has been assigned to him and what is happening. And as you can see, if he still comes to check his status, it's changed to progress. And we are adding a feature whereby you could actually chat back with your facility manager to know exactly in details the status of your request. So now, as you can see, it is due in 2nd of October. It's assigned to Lukman. And now, after the job is done, what happens is this: we in Joluud are really interested on the amount that you've actually spent in carrying out this maintenance request, and so you can come and update your expense button here by you add an expense. Let's say you bought new table, so uh, the cost description new table, the amount you pay maybe $60, and then you submit it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joluud. Okay, the quantity